The Lake That Vanished. Overnight. By Joshua D. Peterson. I can't believe I'm about to try alcohol for the first time. I hope Mike's Hard Lemonade is good. I thought. I was crammed into a tiny car with 3 of my guy friends. A second car followed behind us. I could see the windshield wipers desperately trying to wipe away rain as it poured down. The headlights looked dimmed in the darkness of the stormy night. In that second car was 3 more of our friends, all girls. We were a group of close-knit group of friends who were off to celebrate. We had just graduated high school and the future was ours. We were full of the excitement of young ambitions. I remember laughing non-stop as we drove hours away for a cabin we had rented in the Wisconsin Dells. It had downpoured for days before we arrived. We could see signs of flooding along the highway as we drove. By the time we got to the hotel we rented the cabin from, it was 8 p.m. Behind the check-in counter was a sandy beach with a volleyball net. The volleyball court was a foot underwater. Oh hey, fun. They have water volleyball so you can dive for the ball and not get hurt. I called out to everyone as we waited for our keys. It was a well-lit lobby that was kept clean. The lights flickered from the storm, but it was barely noticeable. We checked in and brought all of our stuff into our cabin. Afterwards we raced down to the beach front. We were excited to play some volleyball at night, in a thunderstorm, in a foot of water. What could go wrong? We played for a while before another magical attraction captured my curiosity. There was ninja jumping platforms deeper in the lake. Small 3x3 sections of textured plastic held in place by metal rods. There would be about 3 feet between platforms and we were stoked for our own game of Ninja Warrior. Watch this! I yelled as we all ran and took turns jumping from platform to platform. Be careful! Most of my friends called from the shoreline. The warnings became a jinx. My friend slipped and fell off of one of the ninja platforms. It turned out they were not ninja jumping platforms. The lake had flooded so much that it broke the dock of the resort apart and sent chunks of it down current. She slipped off and gashed her calf open real bad. We rushed her to the emergency room. I grasped her leg with a shirt like she was a Vietnam soldier who stepped on a landmine and I was the only one close by. We were able to get her checked on and after an hour of waiting, she left with a few stitches and a few more lollipops. I think this is enough adventure for one night. Someone said. We should head back to the cabin and set up our Xbox. We can play Guitar Hero and drink all night. Someone else chimed in. Everyone agreed and we drove back to the resort. I was getting nervous. I had always been the good Christian boy. I would never have been allowed to drink like this, underage. I felt so naughty, so bad boy. We partied it up like high schoolers would. We played games and shouted way too loudly way too late into the night. I don't remember much from this night other than a lot of laughing and a lot of puking. At one point all 7 of us were in our swimsuits squeezing into a tub. We all passed out at different points throughout the night. The next morning as we all painfully dragged ourselves out of whatever crevice we crashed in, we debated on what the events of the day would be. We get free boat rentals, we should go fishing first thing. Someone suggested. We all agreed a nice boat outing would be fun. We had this amazing lakefront to enjoy during our vacation. Why not spend most of our time on it? So we called the front desk of the resort to rent a boat. You cannot rent a boat today. A lady's voice said weirdly over the phone. What do you mean? Our package deal says free boat rentals. My friend replied. A moment of silence, and then the woman spoke again. You cannot rent a boat, because the lake is gone. She said. We all rushed outside to look for ourselves. Apparently the dam at the end of the lake had burst from all of the rainwater and flooding. As a result the entire lake got washed down the river. Houses' foundations were ripped out from underneath them as the ground gave way with the current. A fast rush of water no more than an inch deep rushed past us. A solid-looking layer of sand was neatly pushed along with it. Wow! Let's go exploring! I yelled. My excitement couldn't be contained. The opportunity to explore the bottom of a lake. What sort of magical wonders would I find? I ran as fast as I could down into the lake. The second I stepped on that solid layer of sand though, it gave way. A deep layer of mud was revealed and the current mixed the sand and water together valiantly. It latched onto my leg and began pulling me slowly into it. I was trapped. I never would have guessed quicksand would be the way I died. I remember thinking. My buddy came and grabbed my arm and quickly pulled me free. A helicopter was flying overhead for the local news channel. They're probably warning not to be dumbasses like you guys. My friend with the stitches yelled from the shoreline. She had to keep her stitches dry. We explored the wonders of the lake bed as carefully yet carelessly as possible. Nothing super exciting or life-changing was found in the lake muck, but the experience was for sure once in a lifetime.